Before the story begins, let me ask you something. Have you ever had a moment so small it seemed invisible to the world, yet it changed everything for you? If stories that touch the heart and restore faith in humanity mean something to you, stay till the end. And if you believe kindness still matters, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel, because stories like this deserve to be shared. Can we share your fries, sir? The words slipped out quietly, almost apologetically, spoken by a woman who looked like she'd practiced asking them in her head 100 times and still hoped she wouldn't have to. The man at the corner table paused, a fry halfway between the plate and his mouth. The cafe was warm and softly lit, the kind of place people came to feel comfortable. Polished wood tables, the faint smell of coffee and baked bread, soft music humming in the background. It was busy, but not loud. Conversations floated gently in the air. No one noticed the moment except the man and the woman standing beside him, holding the hand of a little boy who couldn't have been older than 6. The woman's name was Emma Carter. Her shoulders were tense, her coat thin and worn at the edges. Her hair was pulled back in a loose ponytail, strands escaping around her tired face. She looked strong in the way people look strong when they don't have a choice. The boy beside her, Noah, stared openly at the plate of fries. His eyes weren't greedy, they were hopeful. "I'm sorry," Emma added quickly, her voice lowering. "We can pay for some of them, or I can bring them back if that's not allowed. He's just very hungry." The man looked up fully now. He was in his early 40s, dressed simply, dark sweater, clean shoes, no visible jewelry. He didn't look rich. He didn't look poor either. He looked like someone who blended into rooms easily, someone people rarely noticed unless they wanted to. For a moment, Emma prepared herself for embarrassment. She'd rehearsed this too, the polite refusal, the tight smile, the quick apology before pulling Noah away. Instead, the man smiled. "You don't have to pay," he said gently. "Please, sit." Emma blinked. "Are you sure?" "Absolutely." Noah's hand tightened around hers. "Mom?" Emma nodded slowly and guided him to the chair across from the man. "Thank you," she said, her voice thick with relief. "Really, thank you." The man slid the plate of fries toward the center of the table. "What's your name?" he asked the boy. "Noah," Noah said, already reaching carefully for one fry, as if afraid it might disappear. "And I'm Emma," she added. "I promise we won't take many." The man chuckled softly. "I'm Daniel." They shared the fries in silence at first. Noah ate slowly, savoring each bite. Emma didn't eat any, though Daniel noticed the way her eyes followed the food. "You can have some too," Daniel said. Emma shook her head. "I'm fine." Daniel didn't push, but he remembered that. What Emma didn't know, what no one in that cafe knew, was that Daniel Reed was the founder of one of the largest tech companies in the world. A billionaire whose name appeared in business magazines and headlines. A man who could buy the cafe, the block, and probably the street without blinking. But right now he was just a man sharing fries with strangers. And he was listening. As Noah talked about his favorite superhero and how he wanted to build things that help people, Emma slowly relaxed. Conversation came easier than she expected. "You two visiting?" Daniel asked. Emma hesitated. "No, we live nearby." Well, sort of. There was something in her tone that told Daniel not to ask too much, but he asked anyway, carefully. "Sort of?" Emma exhaled. "I lost my job 2 months ago. I was a receptionist at a dental clinic. They downsized. I thought I'd find something quickly, but..." She gave a small, embarrassed smile. "Turns out hope doesn't pay rent." Daniel nodded, letting her continue. "We were evicted last week," she said quietly. "We're staying at a shelter for now. They give us meals, but Noah had a rough day today. He asked for fries. I didn't want to say no again." Daniel didn't interrupt. He didn't look away. He simply listened. "I used to promise him things would get better," Emma said. "Now I just promise him dinner." Noah looked up at her. "You always keep promises, Mom." Her eyes filled instantly, and she turned away. Daniel felt something shift in his chest. "How old are you, Noah?" he asked. 6, almost 7. Daniel smiled. "That's an important age." When they finished the fries, Daniel ordered another plate. then 2 full meals. Emma protested quietly at first, then firmly. "You've already done enough," she said. "Let me do this," Daniel replied. "Please." She finally nodded. As they ate, Daniel asked Emma about her skills, her work history, her interests. She spoke cautiously at first, unsure why a stranger cared. But something about his calm attention made it easy. "I always wanted to do something meaningful," she admitted. "Not just survive. But when you're a single mom, dreams become luxuries." Daniel leaned back slightly. Sometimes they just get postponed. When the meal was over, Emma stood, gathering Noah's jacket. "I don't know how to thank you," she said. "You didn't just feed us. You reminded me that people can still be kind." Daniel reached into his pocket and pulled out a card, placing it on the table. "If you're comfortable," he said, "email me, not for money, just let me see if I can help." Emma glanced at the card. Plain, no logo, just a name and an email address. She nodded. "Thank you." They left the cafe, Emma holding Noah's hand tightly, afraid that if she let go of the moment, it might fade. Daniel stayed behind, staring at the empty chair across from him. That night, Emma almost didn't send the email. Pride whispered that she'd already taken enough. Fear told her not to hope, but Noah fell asleep smiling, his stomach full for the first time in days. So she wrote. She didn't ask for money. She told her story. She attached her resume. Daniel read it at 2 a.m. The next morning, Emma woke to a reply. Not a promise, not pity, an invitation. 2 weeks later, Emma sat in a modern office building, hands shaking slightly as she waited in the lobby. Noah was at school, unaware of how much rested on this day. When Daniel walked out to greet her, her mouth fell open. She stopped herself. "You're him." Daniel smiled. "I was hoping you wouldn't feel uncomfortable. I asked a billionaire for fries," she whispered. "You asked a man," he corrected gently. Emma was offered a job, not charity, but a real position. Training provided, flexible hours, a living wage. "This isn't because of that day," Daniel said. "It's because you're qualified." "That day just helped me meet you," Emma cried in the elevator afterward, covering her mouth with her hands. Months passed. Emma moved into a small apartment. Noah had his own room. She worked hard, learned quickly, and grew into her role. She never told coworkers how she got the job. She didn't want to be a story. She wanted to be an example. One afternoon, she brought Noah to the cafe, the same one. They ordered fries. As they shared them, Noah looked up at her. "Mom?" "Yes, baby." "Do you think the world is kinder now?" Emma smiled, brushing his hair back. "I think it always was. We just couldn't see it when we were tired." Across the room, Daniel sat quietly, pretending not to watch. Because some moments don't need applause, they just need to happen. And if this story reminded you that a small act of kindness can change a life, take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. You never know who might be watching, waiting for hope, just like Emma was.